Title of this email is Husband Choking Me Abuse. Okay, so I don't know if I'm overreacting or not, but my husband has gotten into the habit of choking me. Sometimes it's sexual and sometimes it's not. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm kind of a kinky girl, lol, so I totally don't mind it during sex. But I feel like he should ask before doing it and make sure he's not doing it too hard. He is a 300-pound guy and I'm 130 pounds. Wow. Big difference. Yeah, no stuff. He's never careful. Wow. There are times when I don't want to be choked, like when I'm having a bad day, for example, but he will do it anyways. I'll try to tell him to stop, but he keeps saying, "Yeah, I know you like it though." So I don't know. It's just really starting to bother me that when he does it, sometimes I actually cannot breathe. She said cannot in bold letters. Wow. Edit. Another thing. I had a huge panic attack the other day, and thankfully he was there comforting me the whole time. As soon as I calmed down, though, he was like, "Damn, you make me really horny." And I straight up told him that I didn't really feel like doing sexual stuff right then because I just had a freaking panic attack. He kinda ignored it though, and we ended up doing stuff. Afterwards, I felt really numb and just went to bed. But before I fell asleep, he said, "Sorry for taking you after you said no. Do you forgive me?" I said yes, but like what the frick? I just had a panic attack, man. Like, it just seems odd. And he also just jumps on top of me, which is fine. How are you alive? He's 300 pounds, no? And you're 130, and he's jumping on top of you. Wow. Also, he jumps on top of me, which is fine. But again, he's 300 pounds and it hurts sometimes. Wow, this is long. Um, I keep telling him that he's hurting me, but all he does is keep saying sorry and doing it again. Wow. Edit number two. Okay, so honestly, didn't think this would get. Alright. Backstory wise, I understand that 19, she's 19 and he's 23. I understand that 19 is very young to get married, and I believe so too. In a way, I was railroaded into this marriage. I met this guy at the job I was working at. He was my boss. Quid pro quo. We started talking and he seemed really sweet. I've only known him for a total of 3 months now. Whoa. And we dated for about 3 weeks. Valid. His entire family was pushing this marriage onto me. What? And I didn't want it. And I didn't want to do it. But me being I didn't want to do it, but me being me, I didn't say a word. I was sexually abused as a kid. Um, and my family that I was living with before weren't the best people either. I just cannot believe that I put myself in this situation. This guy's family is fairly rich, and so is he. So in a way, I feel like I should be grateful that I'm even living with him. He likes to make a point of that too. So wow. So I feel like that information. So I feel like with that information, it makes the situation a little more complicated. I feel like I should be grateful for even this opportunity to live my life away from my parents, but just something does not seem right with him. Edit number three. Hey, so I know I'm editing a lot. But again, I didn't realize this post would get any sort of recognition. In my culture, it is normal to get married after a short amount of time, but even so, people in my community agreed that this marriage was extremely rushed. Yeah. It was almost like I didn't have a choice. It's very hard. He does so many loving things to me, and he really does love me. And he really does love me. I know that, but I also know that choking thing is not okay, and there's something very wrong with it. It's super conflicting for me, and again, he's fairly rich, so I have a house and relatively good life. But I can't help the feeling that I'm being so wronged in the situation. I guess okay, shut up. All right, bro, listen up, listen up. You have issues, okay? You have a lot of issues. Number one, you were abused sexually when you were a child. I know for a damn sure you did not get therapy. You grew up in a bad household, and I know damn sure you did not get therapy. You did not talk to a therapist. You still have these trauma issues, bro. You met this guy at work. 3 weeks of knowing him, y'all started dating. 3 months of knowing him, y'all are married. And in the name of, oh, he's really sweet and he's rich, you brought up how he's rich a lot. He's rich, his family's rich, and he tells me how rich he is and how lucky I am to be with him. And then, bro, first off, you need to dump this dude. All right, he's fat. All right, he's overweight. 300 pounds is crazy, no matter what the height is. And he likes to choke you even though you tell him not to, and then you had a panic attack and he put himself on you anyways. You know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't even care that you had a panic attack. He did not care at all. He was just horny. When you say he helped you out during that panic attack, like while you going through that, he was helping you out. Yeah, man, he was helping you out with intentions to calm you down to the point where he can leave his nut taken out of you, and very much well he did succeed in his mission. um this dude does not respect you. Any guy that sees that you're going through something really, really tough and deep in your life, and then like immediately just rushes it, like just like oh, like let's have sex. All right, let's say let's say freaking your mother was just raped by a grasshopper, right? She was just brutally molested by a grasshopper, and a colony of ants just slit her throat, but she's dead, right? And that this happens in your bed, in your room, and your dog is watching. And then you walk in and you see your mom being eaten up by ants, and her head is on the floor, and her head is covered with ants, right? And then your dog is just watching this, and then you're just shocked, and you're like, "Mama!" And then your dog just gets like shot by a bear. A bear shoots your dog and runs away. And that dog, you grew up with your dog your whole life, right? So imagine that, right? So, and you're just seeing all this stuff, right? And then your boyfriend walks in and he's like, "Oh my gosh." And you're crying, you're on the floor, you're so upset as to what just happened, as to what you just witnessed. You're crying, you're tearing, you're bawling your eyes out, and your boyfriend just looks at you and is like, "Hey, it's okay. So when are we gonna have sex?" He doesn't care about you. You know what I'm saying? He does not care about you. You need to leave him. All right? He's fat and undisciplined. He has a rich family, so I know for damn sure he has not went through any trials and tribulations in his freaking life. He had it easy growing up. The only hard thing he probably had was freaking he didn't get the favorite cereal that he wanted, or his mom didn't give him $10,000. Um and instead gave him $3,000 for sweeping the floor, and he threw a pissy fit. Like, no, you need to leave this dude. And he needs help. All right, he needs therapy and he needs help, because choking you even when you tell him not to choke you is crazy. Why does he like choking you? One day you're gonna piss him off, and you're gonna be like, you know what? All right, I got you. I got you. You're gonna go to sleep and you gonna wake up to this fat dude just like just choking you, just choking you. He's like, oh, I can't. He's like, mother. You're dead. You're dead. So you need to leave this dude, all right? Also, understand this, bro. Just because a man is rich does not mean anything. There's a lot of rich guys out there who are pieces of crap. What you need to do is get with a guy who's a working class citizen and who is not a piece of crap. Okay? This was rushed way too quickly. You know what I'm saying? Way too quickly. Um, like, damn, way too quickly. Yeah. I'm all for quick marriages, but I don't know, man. Leave this guy. Peace.